You're a woman.
Where's this going?
You are, aren't you?
Yeah, where's this going?
From a woman's opinion, the only woman I really know anymore, what do you think when you see a man vaping?
I think God, your lungs.
Speaking to the mic, you daft cow.
I think God, the lungs are going to be really knackered.
You don't think, wow, you're bent.
No, I just think you'll be dead in a few years.
But you don't think, wow, you're a nerd. Men don't vape. That's not masculine.
I don't think like that, no. I don't.
So what you're saying is men who vape are nerds and geeks, yeah?
No, don't try and put words into my mouth.
What you're saying, it's men who vape are f***s, yeah?
I say, what I'm saying is, men who do YouTube like you are narcissist cunts and don't let the mum speak into the microphone when they want to. Right?
What's she meant to say?
So there you have it, straight from the horse's mouth. Vaping is not a masculine activity. Dare I say it, I think in some strange, confusing way that I haven't yet been able to fully process myself. I'd say the fellas who paint their nails, I respect those gents more than I respect someone who vapes, because at least the nail painters, they know that they're fruity benders. A lot of them fucking pair it with a skirt. They'll paint the nails black and they'll wear a checkered skirt, bless them. Bless your heart, we can see your cock and balls, pal. Yeah, we can see your cock and balls hanging like you're a bloke. But at least with them, you know where you stand with those weirdos, do you know what I mean? Whereas blokes with vapes in the mouth, for whatever strange reason, they still see themselves as blokes. I am aware of the sensitivity regarding this topic. Over here, I've spoke on notorious internet slang. We recently touched on a topic about a far-right character when speaking about freedom of speech. And throughout much of my career, I've made fun of a lot of left-wing activists. But in the midst of all those nefarious groups of people who live amongst us, there is a certain group who are much more touchy than the rest. And that is men when you question their masculinity. And don't get me wrong, I am not without sin myself. Me even talking about other men's masculinity, that in itself is quite feminine. Not as feminine as fucking vaping, however. And that's just a bullet I've got to bite. I've got to accept the queerness of me even making this video and telling you how gay you are. Because someone needs to tell you. Someone needs to tell you that when I pull up next to you at a red light, it doesn't matter how much fucking horsepower your big German SUV has got under the bonnet. The second you pull out that electric big puff and suck on it, that's what they're called, ironically. A big puff is what they're called. The second you pull that out and suck on it, you could be in the manliest fucking bad boy whip known to man, isn't it, cuzzy? Do you get what I'm saying? Stage 3 on that, cuzzy. Like, you could be the envy of fucking Bradford, turning every brown head up and down the country when you drive past, and it still wouldn't matter. Once you've got that vape in your mouth, you may as well swap the Beamer out for a cock and sit on that instead. Oh, but Brad, I'm addicted to nicotine, mate, and it's better than smoking. No, it isn't. No, it fucking isn't. Them fuckers stink, yeah? If you're smoking cigarettes all day, you smell of shit, mate. But men used to smell of shit. That used to be how it went. You know what I mean? To be a man, you were manly. So I don't mind you stinking a little bit. You fucking stink, mate. It don't matter. At least you're a man. And don't give me that, oh, I'm addicted to nicotine. What happened to stoicism? What happened to being in control of yourself? Do you know what I mean? We're meant to be hardened. The only thing we're supposed to get addicted to, as men, is gambling. We stay firm, we stay locked. We keep everything inside, we bottle everything up until it manifests itself as a disease and we drop down in our 50s. That's how it's meant to go. That's what being a man means. Never mind, I'm fucking addicted. Fuck off. I know this video is going to apply to a good portion of the men watching, and you might feel a little bit victimised with what I'm saying. Part of the human experience is being able to make mistakes and learn from them. There's still time for retribution. You made the mistake of smoking on your big puff and coincidentally being a big puff in the process, but that's okay. As long as, after watching this video, you open your fucking eyes, you realise what you look like, you're a man, get all your vapes and you throw them in the recycling. Do you lot remember H3H3 Productions? You will. I'll jog your memory. His wife was complicit in genocide when she was a member of the Israeli Armed Forces, and then she became the shy, quiet sidekick to an African hippopotamus, Ethan Klein. You know who I'm talking about, don't you? She recently came second in the Grand National. Half woman, half stallion. Yeah? Yeah, you know what I mean. Big fan of raw carrots. Wouldn't turn down a bale of hay if it was offered to her on a plate. Yeah, she was a primary mode of transportation before the invention of the motor vehicle. Yeah, you know what I mean, Healer Klein, yeah? Well, Ethan Bacon, Sausage and Egg Klein, before he became the single most embarrassing fall-off in YouTube history, he was beloved by a lot of us. And I know what you're thinking. What does Ethan fucking meat and potato pie, but the whole pie, not just a slice of pie, what the whole pie Klein have to do with vaping? Well, that hungry bastard normalised it, didn't he? Yeah? When he made this video. Vape Nation. I'm just looking at a piece of fabric.
Hey, what up, peeps? It's your boy Ethan from H3H3. The sun finally came out. It's a beautiful, nice, warm day here in New York City, and I wanted to show you all at home what I'm about. A little peep into the world of EK from H3. Vape Nation!
See, it's funny, because this was all sarcasm. Ethan Hungry Klein wasn't about vaping or weed. But he's wearing a shirt that implies that he smokes weed. The joke is that he doesn't smoke weed, but he's wearing a shirt that has a cannabis leaf on it. Yeah? Oh yeah, that was comedy back in 2016. And so was this.
A little peep into the world of EK from H3. Vape Nation!
Oh, and this is funny as well because he's out in public, but he's not wearing the proper attire. He's not wearing trainers. He's wearing slippers with socks. Like a big Muslim grandfather. Ha ha! Hilarious! Fuck off!
Today, I'm on a mission to rip the fattest vape. So I'm headed down to my
Fucking eat the fattest pie, more like.
Welcome to Vape City, home of the fattest cloud rippers in the world. I'm here.
Well, we fucking know, mate. You're there.
One of the best. Let's check it out.
Slow hanging fruit, innit? Slow hanging fruit. Ethan Klein don't know what a fruit is, though, so.
So I'm looking for like a something I can rip like fat on. Like the fattest rip you've got here.
Hands that come like this kind. Just, build it by yourself.
So we building the perfect vape for the perfect rip.
I love American brown people. They just don't exist, do they? Something like this guy, and it's just an inanimate object. What do you mean, this guy? This fella? This fucking fella here? What are you saying, my mate? You fancy a pint? Something like this dickhead. Hey, how are you, mate? You good? You doing well? Fuck off. Yes, my bro. What are you saying?
Go green.
Oh. But just imagine, yeah, you see a man do that and he's not taking the piss. Like, this is my point of this video. There's blokes who take those on nights out with them, yeah? Like those big fucking square things, and puff on them while they're trying to pull a bird. I just don't believe it. I don't believe any man. I feel like any man with one of those in his possession is a closeted gay, which is absolutely fine, but do you know what I mean? It's 2025. Come out, bro. Like, you'll get more from society being gay. Do you know what I mean? We have a whole month dedicated to being proud of the fact that you suck cock. Just come out. But stop fucking vaping and then saying, oh, no, I like women. Don't be silly. Of course you don't.
Shit, hell yeah, dude. That's just what I wanted.
Yeah, to get easy, like.
Not so hard.
So this video is like one big sarcasm thing from H3 Productions, you know what I mean? And I think if a man who married, like proposed to and then married a fucking pony, raw dogs it to the stage that he has 3 kids with it, is making fun of you, that's when you've got to sit there and think, what the fuck am I doing? Do you know what I mean? Now when it comes to vaping, don't just take my word for it, because I know what you're thinking, Brad, you're biased, because your addiction was never nicotine. It was food. You hungry fat cunt. Right, well, okay, fair enough. I get what you're saying. Sorry, I just saw that. And that was a reply to a question I asked on Instagram. I said, first word or few words that come to mind when you see a man vaping. So this isn't just my opinion now. This is the general consensus from Brad Does Banter viewers, widely known to be critical thinkers and mentally stable human beings. So, first word to come to mind when you see a man vaping, someone said gay, chav, that's coming from a woman, scum, and that's coming from a man who's got 8 fucking numbers in his Instagram username. Definitely not the type of human being that should be looking down on you, but alas, I'm a man who vapes, smoked cigarettes for 7 years and used it to get off cigs. That wasn't what I was asking. First word that comes to mind when you see someone vaping, well, let me tell you my life story. No, you don't get to excuse it because you came off the cigs with the vape, but you're still on the vape. So come off the fucking vape. Don't give me all that, carry on, you're a man. Stop making excuses. Either vape and own it, and say, I like cock and vaping, or come off it. Sorry. Bit alright. Someone said gimp. Someone else said gay. Man-child, gay. Someone said Eric. That's the name of my dead dog. We'll skip over that one. Someone said sexy. Right, which proves my point. All you're doing when you're vaping is just attracting in other men, which, if that's for you, then carry on vaping. Another person said gay. That's another woman. Nonce. I vape and identify as a male. See, even a man who vapes himself recognises that he himself fancies kids. Probably not something he should be admitting on a Brad Does Banter video, but alas, respect the bravery, and then sucks cock for a statement. So you're seeing the trend. It's not just Brad Does Banter who has a personal issue with people who vape. It's time to pack it in. To the gents watching who are laughing along and pointing your fingers with me because you either never started vaping in the first place or stopped a while ago, I respect you. Alternatively, to the fellas who actively vape but have sat and watched a YouTuber who used to be funny in 2018 and allowed him to take the piss out of you today, sat with that and really open your eyes to the bent addiction that you've currently got and have decided that while watching this video, your days of vaping are over, I respect you even more. It takes a real masculine, in his frame bloke to sit in the face of ridicule and say, you know what, fair enough, and do something about it. Lastly, if you are a part of the camp, and I say the word camp for a reason, if you are a part of the camp who have watched this entire video and you vape and you're still going to carry on vaping regardless, I will not demonise you any further. I appreciate the fact that you've assumably been able to sit and laugh at your own expense and not take it too seriously. But with that said, it must be noted that behind every joke there is always a very small kernel of truth. That's how the joke is able to land. So as much as we've all been having a giggle, I truly believe that there is no benefit to vaping aside from the short-term scratching of the itch of addiction that you get. You may not be ready to do it just yet, but just know that once you actually throw the vapes away, even if no one else says it to you, Mr. Banter will be immensely proud of you. And I mean that. Thank you for watching. There's a new vlog on my Patreon right now showing what I get up to outside of YouTube. During the vlog, my mother has a mental breakdown, all recorded, captured on film. So the link to that is in the description, or you can just Google patreon.com/Brad exclusive. If you're watching this video on the day that it goes out, I will be live tonight on my live stream channel. That's Brad Does Banter live streams. That is also linked in the description. I go live there a couple of times a week. And I don't always announce every single live stream, so make sure that you subscribe to that channel to not miss out. It's been a change today, hasn't it? I've gone back a little bit, do you know what I mean? Less of the role-playing as a psychologist, more of getting back to my roots. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know if you have. Thank you. Bye-bye.
That shows having a little cry in the restaurant. What it is. She thought I had a part. She thought I had a hair on my plate. It was actually a bit of cheese, so she tried putting her hand in my plate to get rid of this cheese off my cheese dinner. Hey, I've had your cheese. There's a bit of cheese on it.